Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady already have another Big Bang Theory spin-off in the works, and this time, it isn't a prequel. Little has been confirmed about specific plot details, but we do know that Stuart fails to save the universe will center on Stuart Bloom, Kevin Sussman, a supporting character from the flagship series, and his pursuit to keep Pasadena's comic center alive while balancing his personal and romantic life with his girlfriend Denise, Lauren Lapkus. However, Stuart and Denise aren't the only familiar characters returning to the franchise. The show will also see the sharp-witted physicist Barry Kripke, John Ross Bowie, and the socially inept, though entirely lovable, geologist Bert Kibler, Brian Posehn, reprise their roles. Looking at this cast of characters, fans may have noticed that it bears a striking resemblance to the original Pasadena gang, seemingly replacing each character type that the Big Bang Theory started out with. However, the new friend group is currently missing a substitution for one of the main series' major characters, and it's definitely for the best. The Big Bang Theory's latest offshoot has already had its first table read, and the cast brings the original show to mind immediately. The new ensemble is made up of supporting characters that fans of the franchise have already met, and their respective personalities mirror four key players from the main series, especially how they behaved when it first aired back in 2007. Stuart is a protagonist akin to Leonard, with his awkward but well-intentioned demeanor. Plus, with showrunners focusing on his romantic exploits with Denise and the show's story, Lapkus seems like the new Penny, especially considering she is the only female lead, at least so far. Kaylee Cuoco was on her own with the boys at the onset before Melissa Rauch and Mayim Bialik joined them permanently in later seasons. Likewise, Kripke's self-importance and scientific acumen are similar to Sheldon's, which resulted in the pair's often competitive relationship. Bert will also be a part of the gang, whose gentle nature is reminiscent of Raj. However, there's one original character missing from the bunch, Howard. The lone engineer has no distinctive counterpart and Stuart fails to save the universe. Any fan of the Big Bang Theory franchise knows that Howard, especially in the beginning of the series, was sleazy to the point that it was difficult to watch. While Sheldon's arrogant remarks sometimes bordered on cruelty, it was because he lacked the social skills to recognize when he was being hurtful. It wasn't ever intentional. Howard, on the other hand, was often sexist and inappropriate towards women, not because he lacked the understanding behind his words or actions, but because he wanted his sexual needs met. Regardless of Howard's growth throughout the series, which was ignited when he entered a serious relationship with Bernadette, it would be hard for showrunners to introduce a similar